So good afternoon. I'm Tommy Gardner, the chair of the Intersector Committee on Federal Research and Development for the American Mechanical Engineers, ASME is how we're known today. I also work on the Industry Advisory Board. Most of the week I work for Jacobs, which is an engineering A&E firm. I'm the Chief Technology Officer for their Mission Solutions Group. And I live here in Herndon, Virginia, so not too far, easy to get here. So it's my pleasure to welcome you today to the briefing on advanced manufacturing, gaining the advantage in a fiercely competitive economy, a global economy. So it is not just within the U.S., but we compete throughout the world, and there's change in dynamics all the time, and it's the technology that we have as a competitive advantage that leads us to strengthen our manufacturing and economic situation. I'd like to recognize our sponsors today. They're listed up on the board if you can see the video display. But of note, we have 5 academic institutions behind this. So there's Georgia Tech, there's MIT, there is Oregon State, there's the University of Alabama, and the University of Notre Dame. Now, I'd hate to see who would win that football game. But in addition to that, we have several unique organizations. APLU, which is the Association of Public Land Grant Universities. We have M4Site, NAMRI, North American Manufacturing Research Institution, and NCMS, National Center for Manufacturing Science. So we have scientists here. So it's not just academics, we have scientists. But what I consider near and dear to my heart are the engineering societies that have supported. So in the engineering field, I counted chemical engineering, mining and meteorological engineering, petroleum, electrical engineering, mechanical, which is my background, and closely associated manufacturing engineering, and you could probably branch off from there to the many different offshoots of every one of those. So we're well represented and well supported today, and I thank the sponsors for being so generous. So we've convened this briefing to provide you with some insight into what's going on with advanced manufacturing at the federal level. Today you'll hear from panelists on important manufacturing initiatives and that are being implemented by the different agencies, as well as their successes, which include expedited job growth, faster commercialization of new technologies. And Congressman Ryan can't be here because he's got a job announcement in his district today, which says somebody's being successful at doing what we're doing up here. That's good news. Earlier this month, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported manufacturing companies added 29,000 workers in January, 1 month alone. That's a lot of workers in the middle of winter. So it's a 7-year high of 12.4 million manufacturing jobs in the U.S. We're on the right trajectory. The report also showed that all industries, manufacturers have created the most jobs within the past year. So the progress is largely due to the support that advanced manufacturing is seeing in the Congress, and most recently with the passage of the bipartisan Revitalize American Manufacturing and Innovation Act. All right, that act established the National Network for Manufacturing Innovation, NNMI, you might know it by, and included funding authorities for NNMI of $5 million each year from 2015 through 2025. And from the NIST Industrial Technical Services account, a total of $250 million between 2015 and 2024, and from the DOE accounts as well at EER&E. So the additional $25 million appropriated in FY16 for NNMI was a step in the right direction. The manufacturing institutes have so far been created by Department of Energy and Department of Defense using a hodgepodge funding or a collaboration of funding from available assets in that general topic area. You'll hear more about that. If the U.S. were to match the manufacturing investment of our international free trade partners, and with that I mean Germany, France, Japan, the United Kingdom, and Canada, you could argue that on a GDP ratio scale, we ought to be investing $3.8 billion just to be able to keep up. So are we free riding, or are we willing to take leadership in this area? Well, there's some people here that are taking leadership in the area. It's well worth the investment for the United States. Every dollar spent in manufacturing creates an increase in economic activity. Now, this is known in economics as the multiplier effect. You know, you spend $1, you get $1.40 back. That's a good investment. All right, the greatest economic contributor, dollar for dollar, than any other investment in the U.S. technology field today. Now, if you're an economist like I am, you know that that's a marginal value. I would submit the reason that it's such high is not just the value of the product, but it's because we're underinvested today. And we can have these significant gains because we're down low on the scale of investment, and that dollar has much more impact now. So the great role manufacturing plays in boosting economic prosperity has been realized through programs and initiatives taken across the country at Departments of Commerce, Defense, Energy, National Science Foundation, and supported by the people you see here right now. The panelists will give their insights on programs, their successes, and what we can do to ensure that the United States is the global leader in advanced manufacturing in what is a fiercely competitive market.